We got a lot to talk about. What is up, Fin fans? We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about in this game. Some ups, some downs, a lot. We have a lot. I literally have pages on pages of notes I was taking while watching the game. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Before I jump into that real quick, want to shout out Todd, a new patron, $4 patron. Thank you so much, Todd, for joining the patron. So yeah, let's just jump right into this. Miami Dolphins, unfortunately lose this one 31-28. Buffalo Bills fans will say, hey, it should be 31-20. You know, that last 8 points or Garbo points that didn't matter. I'll talk about that, Buffalo Bills fans, because I know you guys are going to come jumping in the comment section saying, we told you. What you told us didn't happen. And we're going to talk about that because you guys talked about going to destroy us, going to completely own us. You guys have no shot. And at some point we had a lead in this game. But again, we'll delve on that and all that stuff. But like I usually like to do, we're going to break down stats, what happened for each team. Let's start with the away team. And Josh Allen had a day. Josh Allen had a day and a half. He normally does against the Miami Dolphins. 24 for 35, 417 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not much on the rushing aspect of it. It seems like the Bills were like, screw it, we'll go right after their secondary once Byron Jones got knocked out. Devin Singletary, 10 carries, 56 yards, 5.6 yards carry. Obviously, easy math there. Zach Moss, 8 carries, 37 yards. Stefon Diggs, 8 catches, 153 yards. John Brown, 4 catches, 82 yards, and Cole Beasley, 5 catches for 70 yards. Isaiah McKenzie, 2 catches, 47. Dawson Knox, 1 catch for 38. And Devin Singletary, 2 for 20. And we look at the Miami Dolphins. We have Ryan Fitzpatrick, 31 for 47, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Fitz had a decent day today. I will talk more about that. Myles Gaskin, 7 carries for 46 yards. Matt Breida, 7 carries for 36 yards. Nice little 1-2 combination with those two running backs. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he rushed on his own, and Jordan Howard with the lone rushing touchdown. And then we have Mike Gesicki. Had a day. And I called this. If you guys remember, I said with their 2 middle linebackers being out, expect Mike Gesicki to have a day today. And he did. 8 catches for 130 yards, 1 touchdown. I told you guys to start him in your fantasy league. I hope you listened to me because he got you some points. Isaiah Ford, 7 catches for 76 yards. Devontae Parker, 5 catches for 53 yards. Myles Gaskin, 6 catches for 36 yards. He was very big in this offense today. And Preston Williams, 1 catch for 26 yards. So looking at this game on a whole, I'm going to talk about it on a whole, and then I'm going to run down my points that I want to talk about that happen, little tidbits that I write down while I'm watching the game. Like, hey, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this. This game was on the Miami Dolphins defense. You cannot look at this game and you cannot say it was the offense because you put 28 points up and it should have been more. You win the game. Miami Dolphins defense is the reason they lost this game. And I've heard it so many times in the Twitter, in the comment section, and you guys aren't wrong. You bring in 2 new defensive ends. You bring in Byron Jones. You bring in Kyle Van Noy. This defense needs to be better. It needs to be better. And it wasn't. We had no pressure. I think we had, 2 sacks, and they came in the second half. Other than that, no pressure on these quarterbacks, on Cam Newton or on Josh Allen. You're not getting pressure on the quarterbacks. Your secondary is going to get torched. You got to get in the quarterback's face. And that's why Stefon Diggs had such a big day. Yes, Byron Jones getting knocked out had a big factor in him having a big day. You put Noah over there, you put Nick Needham over there. They both were not able to continue to sustain the success of covering Stefon Diggs. But if you notice, a lot of the passes that were big passes were huge crossing routes that needed about 5 to 6 seconds to develop. And Josh Allen had that 5 to 6 seconds to develop. The Miami Dolphins need to address the pass rush now. And the season isn't over. I don't know why I have to say this to you, but the season isn't over. But The Miami Dolphins need to address the pass rush like yesterday. Does that involve seeing if Cam Wake is still, doing his thing, still in shape, able to give us the third down pass rush, get some more sacks? I don't know at this point. Needs to address the pass rush because there is no pass rush. And if it continues to be this way, the Dolphins defense is going to get torched because there's only so long you can cover a wide receiver before they're just going to start to get open. That's one. This is a game 100%, 1,000% on the defense. This loss is on the defense. Week 1, you could say the loss was on Fitz. Mostly this game, this loss isn't on Fitz. It's on the defense. 100% on the defense. We went up. We were up at some point. And look, I'm just scrolling through right quick. We were up 20-17 at some point. 20-17. We need a defensive stop. And then Stefon Diggs, they were just torching us. Then a deep pass to John Brown. A lot of you guys were asking me, hey, Doug, why don't they put Xavier Howard over on Stefon Diggs? Because then you're going to have John Brown burning the defense. If you notice, John Brown was non-existent for most of the game. I'm just scrolling up to see he had 4 catches. And one of the catch was a deep catch that got him a big chunk of his yards. Other than that, he had 4 catches all game because Xavier Howard shut him down. Now, if you take Xavier Howard, you put him on Stefon Diggs, then John Brown is going to have a big game and start to light us up. The fact of Byron Jones getting knocked out with that groin injury severely hurt the secondary. But what severely hurt the secondary the most is not having a pass rush. But that's one of the negatives. Let's talk about some positives. We need some positives coming out of this thing. For one, we put up 28 points. The Dolphins did what they had to do. They started attacking the center of the field because they knew that their starting linebackers were out, and they started getting chunk plays. You know who got most of the chunk plays? Again, Gesicki. That one-handed catch was a thing of beauty. This kid is going to be a monster for us. Finally have another tight end. Oh, love it. Matt Hawk, however you say his name, pinning the Bills in the 5-yard lines multiple times. Matt Hawk, fantastic. Being able to get 3 points before halftime. Instead of going into halftime 17-7, we went into halftime down 17-10 because of the play by Fitzpatrick, by the play by Gesicki, and getting the field goal from Sanders. Huge play doing that. I'm going to go back to a negative. Preston Williams dropping that 4th down touchdown. He catches that, we win this game. Yeah, and I'm saying that. Preston Williams catches that ball, we win this game. I understand he might be having some sophomore slump, and maybe the knee is still in his head a little bit. Falling all over the field last week, and now he drops a critical 4th down touchdown pass. And some of you guys were saying to me, why not just kick the points? Why not just go for it? Because the Dolphins defense was unable to stop the Bills offense. They were getting chunk plays and they were getting massive yardage. If you saw big touchdown passes and all that stuff, we needed more than 3 at this point. We definitely did. And just catch the ball, and we had it. Just catch the ball. All of a sudden, we're up. We're up by what? It would have been like 11 we were up by? Like, come on. He needed to catch that ball. So that killed me. Josh Allen running all over the defense on that 1/3 and long. Make a tackle. Don't be afraid to hit this quarterback and knock him out. Make a tackle. Please, knock him on his ass. Like, that drove me nuts. Absolute nuts. Defense. This Dolphin defense dropped too many interceptions for me to be okay with. Now, Kyle Van Noy's interception drop, it was a high pass, and he's a linebacker. I don't expect him to have magic hands. But Xavier Howard's dropped interception, it still was a hard interception to catch, but that would have helped us huge to potentially win this game. Would have took off the 7 points off the board. Needed to catch that ball. Isaiah Ford, going back to some positives. I'm sandwiching them. Negatives and positives. Isaiah Ford had a good game today. He came out and he performed. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Isaiah Ford to be potential. A little negative. Jakeem Grant, non-existent. Jakeem Grant also almost fumbled a punt. Jakeem Grant really seriously needs to step it up. I'm just looking at my notes. Yeah, I think I touched on a good amount of the things that I wanted to talk about. There's some penalties that were happening on the Dolphins that I really wish they need to clean up. But again, this is week 2. It's going to be I told you guys it's going to be messy for the first 2 weeks. It just so happens our week 1, week 2 was against division rivals that it's just we couldn't go down 0-2. But here's one last thing I want to talk about. Nick Needham. Nick Needham had a good season. Oh, no, I wouldn't say good, but he had a decent season last year after being thrusted into the starting position. He struggled today. He severely struggled today. But in a whole, we lose 31-28. We lost by 3. Again, the Bills want to say, hey, we gave you those last 8 points. It was garbage time. It wasn't, because we get that onside kick. We could have potentially tied it with the way that we were torching you guys over the center of the field. So I wouldn't say those 8 points were garbage time or a gimme. But looking at this, if we could just have a pass rush, if we could just get after the quarterback, make them uncomfortable, I honestly think the Dolphins would have won this game. There was a few times that we had potential sacks. Agba almost had a sack, but Josh Allen was just running around. That one touchdown to the back of the end zone, where beautiful catch by the Bills wide receiver, you got to give him credit, should have been a sack. But again, Josh Allen being Josh Allen got out of it. You can't take this team lightly. You can't take Josh Allen lightly. His accuracy has gotten better. I will say that definitely got better, but his accuracy problems definitely cost them some conversions and some plays. But the team did get, the offense drastically got better from last week. Obviously, we put up a ton of points and we're moving the ball. It's now the defense. I'm telling you, and I'm just going to keep saying it until it happens. Pass rush. I talked about in the live stream yesterday, I want Aaron Donald. I know it's never going to happen because they're never going to let him go. But that, to me, is now top priority. Top priority is we need another Jason Taylor. We need another Cameron Wake. We need a pass rush. Desperately need a pass rush. Because without a pass rush, this is nothing. Because the running game is getting there. We're breaking off big chunk plays. Gaskins was doing his thing. Gaskins was bouncing off tackles. A lot of you guys were asking, why is Gaskins in there versus Breida? Well, because Gaskins bouncing off tackles. Breida almost had a fumble that he got back, but Gaskins is showing what he can do. Jordan Howard seems to be the bullback when we get down on the goal line, seems to be that, but this game, like I said, is on the defense, and the pass rush absolutely needs to show up. Please. Or it's going to be a long season. Now, I know this loss sucks because we were fighting. Going into halftime, we came out fighting. And then, of course, we had the lightning delay. Jesus, lightning delays. But we were fighting. We were fighting hard. So this loss sucks. It does suck. But again, season's not over. I know a lot of you guys are going to be pissed. Rightfully so. You deserve to be pissed because this defense, we're paying for a good defense and we're not getting that. So I understand 100% why you guys will be pissed, but it's a long season. Hey, look at the 49ers. They're banged up. That game isn't a complete loss anymore. Ton of their starters got banged up. Their star running back, star defensive end, quarterback, corner. So, it's a long season. A lot can change. But be sure to comment below. I know you guys, I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about this game, what your thoughts are, going forward. Do you think the Dolphins can address the lack of pass rush? Do you think the Dolphins will bounce back and have a good game this Thursday against the Jacksonville Jaguars? That's going to have to take my normal schedule and cram it. So, you're still going to get the picks Wednesday, but I think my preview is going to come out Tuesday. It's kind of compacting things. So the videos are going to be a little bit different this week. But yes, be sure to comment below. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about this game. I know it's going to be a lot on the defense, but I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. But that's the video. I will see you guys probably tomorrow, or I'll see you guys Tuesday with the preview video. I think the preview video is going to be Tuesday. Picks video is going to be Wednesday. But, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I didn't stream the game today, but I was having great conversations with you guys on Twitter. Love interacting with you guys. It's like we're all hanging out watching the game. So be sure to go follow me on Twitter. I'm almost at 1,000 Instagram followers, so go over there, check that out. Check out Fan to Fan Network. We did our live stream before the games this Sunday at 11. So be sure to check that out. Also, check out the Fanatics. I am part of that as well. But other than that, I will see you guys either tomorrow or Tuesday. Definitely Tuesday with the preview. But like usual, stay classy. Hands up.